Look up at the moon. It is the strangest object in the solar system. It's over a quarter of Earth's width. A moon that big has no business existing. No other rocky planet has anything like it. Mars has two tiny potatoes of rock. For centuries, no one could explain where ours came from. The first idea was capture. The moon was a drifter, snared by Earth's gravity. But a body that big would smash in or slingshot past, not gently settle into a circle. The second idea was co-formation. Earth and moon grew side by side from the same cloud. Then they should have the same density and iron core. The moon has almost none. The third idea was fission. A fast-spinning young Earth flung off a blob that became the moon. But Earth never spun fast enough for that, and the math simply doesn't hold. By the 1960s, every theory was broken. The moon was a mystery hanging in the sky. Then, in 1969, 12 astronauts walked on the moon and brought pieces of it home. Nearly 400 kilograms of lunar rock landed in laboratories on Earth. Geologists could finally ask the moon directly, "What are you made of?" The answer rewrote everything we thought we knew. In the mid-1970s, scientists proposed something violent, almost unbelievable. The moon, they said, was not captured or spun off. It was blasted into existence. 4.5 billion years ago, the early solar system was a shooting gallery. Dozens of half-formed planets careened through chaotic, crossing orbits. One of them was on a collision course with the young Earth. We call that world Theia, after the Greek Titan who was mother of the moon. Theia was roughly the size of Mars, about half of Earth's diameter. For millions of years, it shared an orbit with Earth, creeping closer. Then the gap ran out. Theia struck the Earth at nearly 40,000 kilometers per hour. It was not a clean hit. It was a grazing, glancing blow. The energy released was beyond anything in human experience. Both worlds turned partly to liquid rock and vapor in seconds. Theia's iron core sank down and merged into the core of the Earth. Its lighter mantle was torn off and thrown into space. A ring of glowing, molten debris wrapped itself around the wounded planet. Inside that ring, gravity went to work almost immediately. Chunks of rock collided, stuck, and grew large. In perhaps less than 100 years, the debris gathered into a single body. The moon was born, glowing, molten, and terrifyingly close to the Earth. It hung in the sky, maybe 15 times closer than it is today. For decades, this was just a compelling story. Then came the proof. Every world in the solar system has its own fingerprint of oxygen isotopes. Mars rocks look Martian. Meteorites from the asteroid belt look different again. When scientists measured the Apollo rocks, they expected a blend of Earth and Theia. Instead, the moon's oxygen matched the Earth's almost exactly. The moon isn't a separate world captured from afar. It is made of Earth. The second clue is what the moon is missing. Earth is dense and iron-rich, with a huge metal core. The moon is far less dense. It has almost no iron core at all. That's exactly what you'd expect if it formed from Earth's rocky mantle, after Theia's metal had already sunk into the Earth below. The third clue is that the moon is bone dry. Its rocks are drained of water and easily boiled elements. Only a blast hot enough to vaporize rock could strip those away. The moon carries the chemical scars of the fire that made it. The fourth clue is hidden in motion itself. The Earth-Moon system spins with a strange amount of angular momentum. A giant off-center impact is one of the few things that can explain it. The crash set the young Earth spinning, with a day just 5 hours long. The newborn Earth was a hell world of glowing magma oceans. Overhead, the moon loomed enormous, filling a huge patch of sky. Its gravity raised tides in the molten rock hundreds of meters high. Days were short, and the whole system was violently young. But the moon has never sat still. From the start, it began to drift away. The astronauts left mirrors on the surface to measure this exactly. We fire lasers at those mirrors and time the echo. The moon is receding from Earth by about 4 centimeters every year, and as it retreats, it steals energy from Earth's spin. Our days are slowly getting longer, by a tiny fraction each century. That drifting moon may be one reason life on Earth is possible. Its gravity steadies the tilt of our planet, keeping our seasons stable. Its tides may have stirred the chemistry of the earliest oceans. A quiet, ordinary moon, it turns out, was anything but ordinary. But the giant impact story is not finished. One problem still nags scientists. Theia formed in a different place, so it should have had different isotopes. Yet the moon matches Earth so perfectly it's as if Theia never existed. How did two separate worlds end up chemically identical? To fix this, scientists have pushed the collision to new extremes. Perhaps the impact was so violent it vaporized and blended both worlds completely. Some models form a spinning cloud of rock called a synestia, with no solid surface. Others suggest not one impact, but a series of smaller ones. We are still refining exactly how that night unfolded, but the core truth holds. Our moon was forged in the most violent event Earth ever survived. The next time you see it, remember, it's a scar in the sky that gave us the world. If you want more deep history like this, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.